All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're taking a look at a true California classic,
Yeah, absolutely.
the California quail.
Mm-hmm.
So, we see them all over the place,
Yeah.
out hiking, and you hear that unmistakable call.
Oh, yeah, that Chicago.
Yeah, exactly.
It's unmistakable.
It really is like the sound of California.
It is. And it's interesting because they became the state bird all the way back in 1931.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't realize it was that long ago.
Yeah, way back then.
So, we said they're iconic. We said they're classic.
Right.
What is it that makes these birds stand out?
Wow.
Besides the call, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think the first thing that catches your eye is that top knot,
Oh, yeah.
that head plume.
It was almost like a little crown.
It is, yeah, like a little feathered crown. And especially the males, they really have that prominent black plume.
Oh, so there's the difference between the males and females.
Yeah, the females, they have a plume too, but it's much shorter and more of a brown color.
Oh, interesting. So it's the males showing off.
Absolutely. It's all about attracting a mate,
So they're pretty flashy.
Yeah, they are.
I've also heard that they're very social birds,
Oh, incredibly social.
and they congregate in these big groups called coveys.
Yeah, coveys, exactly. And these coveys can be huge, sometimes over 100 birds.
Wow, that's a lot of quail.
It is, yeah. And they're all foraging together, moving around like one big unit.
I bet that's a sight to see.
It is. It's pretty amazing. And you can hear them all calling back and forth that Chicago call.
So it's like their way of keeping in touch.
Yeah, exactly. Like their own little social network.
Makes sense. I mean, if you've got 100 birds running around, got to stay connected.
Right.
So what are all these birds eating? I mean, they're foraging all day.
Yeah, well, their diet is mainly seeds and grains and some leaves, too.
Oh, okay. So they're herbivores mostly.
Yeah, pretty much. But they'll also eat insects every now and then, especially when they're raising chicks.
So a little extra protein for the babies.
Exactly. Got to keep those chicks growing.
So all this foraging, I mean, they must be impacting the environment somehow.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
In a good way or bad way?
Definitely in a good way. They're like little ecosystem engineers.
Oh, interesting. How so?
Well, as they're scratching around for food, they're spreading seeds around, which helps plants grow.
Oh, it makes sense.
And they're also aerating the soil, which makes it healthier for everything.
So they're like little gardeners.
Yeah, kind of. They're helping the whole ecosystem thrive.
That's really cool. So they're social. They take care of the environment.
Mm-hmm.
What about their family life? What's that like?
Well, the females are the nest builders. They create these little nests hidden away under bushes or grasses.
Okay, so pretty well camouflaged.
Yeah, and they lay a lot of eggs, like 10 to 16.
Wow, that's a lot of chicks to keep track of.
It is, but the chicks are pretty amazing. They're what we call precocial.
Precocial.
Yeah, it means they're born ready to go. They can walk around and find food almost right after hatching.
Oh, wow. So they're not helpless little babies.
Nope, they're pretty independent from the get-go.
So do they still need their parents for anything?
Well, yeah, the parents still guide them and protect them, but the chicks are definitely more capable than most baby birds.
I've seen videos of those little quail chicks following their parents in a line.
Yeah, it's a pretty adorable sight.
It really is.
Yeah.
So I guess, we've talked about how social they are, their impact on the environment, raising all these chicks.
Yeah.
Where do they actually live, though? Like, what kind of habitat?
Well, they're actually pretty adaptable.
Okay.
You can find them in all sorts of places: chaparral woodlands, grasslands, even suburban backyards.
Oh, wow. So they're pretty versatile.
Yeah, they're not too picky as long as they have some dense cover for shelter and food.
So that's why I sometimes see them in my garden.
Probably.
Yeah.
They like these areas with lots of shrubs and bushes.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
So if they're so adaptable, are they doing okay? Are there any threats to them?
Well, habitat loss is definitely a concern.
Yeah, with all the development.
Exactly. As humans build more and more, the quail are losing their natural homes.
So not good.
Not ideal, but thankfully they are adaptable, like we said, so they can often survive in those human-modified areas.
Right, like parks and gardens.
Yeah, but it does highlight the importance of conservation,
Yeah, for sure.
Protecting those wild spaces is crucial for the quail and for all the other creatures that depend on them.
So what can people do, if they want to help the California quail?
Well, there are a few things you can do.
Yeah.
Supporting organizations that protect habitat is a big one. And then even in your own backyard, you can make it more quail-friendly.
How do you do that?
Well, planting native plants that provide cover and food is a good start.
Okay.
Things like shrubs and grasses that the quail like.
So even small changes can make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Every little bit helps.
And, besides helping the quail, it's just nice to have them around.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They're such fun little birds to watch.
So I guess to kind of wrap things up,
Hmm.
what have we learned about the California quail?
Well, we've learned that they're not just cute birds with a catchy call. They're vital parts of the ecosystem, they're adaptable survivors, and they're an iconic symbol of California.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me, what's really striking is how this seemingly ordinary bird
Mm-hmm.
plays such a big role in the bigger picture.
I know, it makes you think about all the other creatures out there that we might not even notice,
Right.
but they're all connected and they're all important.
That's a great point.
Next time you hear that Chicago call or see a quail running through the bushes,
Yeah,
take a moment to appreciate it.
definitely.
They're pretty amazing.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of the California quail,
Yeah, thanks for having me.
and we'll see you next time.
See ya.